Hi everyone, I'm Elena Chen. My topic for today's presentation is women's role in Chinese cinema. Chinese cinema has become mature and influential in the world, and women's role has become an important component of Chinese cinema. Zhang Yimou is one of the most influential and innovative fifth-generation filmmakers and directors in China. He has been known as a great chronicler of China's ideological and social transformation since the 1980s. His representative films, such as 菊豆, Rise the Red Lanterns, and Red Sorghum possess female protagonists. His movies offered point critiques of the Chinese feudal society. This presentation will explore women's character role in Zhang Yimou's 菊豆as a reflection of the Chinese woman in history. My first argument is women play a positive character role in 菊豆. In Yi's article, narrative images of the historical passion those other women, and the narrative in the new waves of the Chinese cinema. Zheng argues that Zhang Yimou used the off-screen sound effect to show the concept women are inferior and men are superior. For example, in the film, there are shots showing her husband sitting on a saddle straight, Jude's body and ties her hands. Suddenly, the camera turns to the outside, off-screen screaming, crying, and shouting, accompanied with sorrowful background music. Zhang Yimou connects both imagery and the off-screen soundtrack to point the audience's imagination towards a process of narration. Because Zhang Yimou allows the audience to witness the action, and then to hear the off-screen soundtrack, the viewer's imagination are provoked. On the other hand, Zhang Yimou also implies a message about a husband's social ownership of a wife. For example, Jude's husband Jinshan treats her as an animal, who forces her to act like a horse so he can ride on Jude's back, like a master. If Jinshan feels unhappy and angry, and he can use violence on her to abreast and widen her body. Jude is positive because she doesn't have courage to challenge and resist against these unfair rules and treatments. Chinese women experience mind-numbing oppression under the Chinese feudal system, and they're like a machine to produce children and serve their husbands. This is how women play a positive role in the film and they as a representation of the Chinese woman in history. In conclusion, there is no doubt that women have become an important part of the Chinese cinema, and that Zhang Yimou is a representative director who indicates different women's roles and images in Chinese cinema. Zhang Yimou's 菊豆exposes that oppression that arises from social traditions. Zhang Yimou not only criticizes the old Chinese feudal society, but also presents his empathy for the generation of the Chinese woman struggling for survival. Yeah, that's all my today's presentation. Thank you for listening. Thank you.